Okay, guys, back at again, another video, and I got some, praise for this game, Splitgate 2, and I got some frustration for this game, mainly with the developer. When I first saw this game, the gameplay, I think it was the Summer Game Fest. It was like, it pops up on YouTube, Instagram, X, whatever. I was like, oh, this game looks kind of fun. It reminds me of like Halo, Destiny. It's got obviously a little bit of Apex Legends, but it's got a pleasing aesthetics. It looks good. It functions well. And then the guy comes out with make gaming. Sorry, that's my hat. Make FPS great again hat, and I'm like, I don't even care if that's not a political statement, but he has a giant set of brass balls that must make him walk funny.
Score!
That's takes some real man shit to do that, especially in the gaming industry as a whole. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, this guy has zero fucks, but he cares about the FPS genre as a whole, stating that he wants to do, bring back Titanfall and stuff like that. And I think it's a great idea. Unfortunately, modern day games developers, they'd fuck it all up. Let's be real. It's fucking, it would be awful. And then he came out probably the next day or two, and I think he listened to the 10 to 12 people that would not have played the game, and he pussied out, and he did a whole little apology thing.
Know why? Because you're a big fat pussy.
And I think that's weakness, and that's bitch made. And I think that if he just left it alone, gave it a week, no one would even thought about it, and people would just be enjoying this game a lot more, knowing that they have a leader that's strong. What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, when you're gonna create a political stunt like that, like you're just gonna pull something just to get like eyes on your game, you gotta double down. Either like at minimum, you just gotta stand on what you believe because like saying something controversial and then standing up for it, uh, like it creates trust. And when you have like a game that is sort of poised to be one of these like top tier competitive games, because I feel like that's what this game is going to become, is like one of those high skill ceiling type games like the Fortnites of the world, right? And you're doing something like make FPS great again. Granted, I do agree with that statement as a whole. The FPS genre is very stale. Um, but it's something that you just have to hold true to yourself. Like if you wore that hat, you knew what was going to happen. People associate with make blah 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 great again with a very political individual. I'm not going to name names. We all know who it is.
I don't really care about offending people.
And you know that people are vehemently disagree with that individual. You have to hold true to yourself and be like, listen, I am talking about the FPS genre. I am talking about my game revitalizing this genre. This is what I believe to be true. Yet he quivered. He folded like a lawn chair.
And like I said, like I guarantee you that it was like tens of people that complained, people who would never play this game. And I'll be honest with you, I'll probably play the game from time to time, but not as much as I would have, knowing that, hey, this leader of this dev team is a strong-willed leader, and he cares about the game, his game, the gaming industry, and wants to make it better and wants to make it great. Unfortunately, it's just weakness. He has this stench on him. I wear this hat, my Make Gaming Great Again hat from Side Scrollers podcast, because I stand by that statement. We need to make gaming great again, because guess what? We've gotten a couple of hits, and we went from getting games that sold in the millions and millions multiple times in 1 year, and now we get one game that might sell really well but not as well as it should. We have these dev teams that are bloated out from bloated from it's just insane. This team, I heard it's not very many guys. I think it's under 10 or something like that. And let's be real, this is a double A game, I think. But like I don't know how the labeling scheme is so messed up now. Who fucking knows? But from my understanding, a lot of people like Splitgate 1. A lot of people were talking about Splitgate 2. I saw the gameplay. I really liked it. And now after he kind of just bitched out, and the phrase of like weak men create hard times, and unfortunately it's weak men like this that are making the game industry really bad, and we need tough men to make great times. And unfortunately, like you said, he folded like a lawn chair, and it's ultimately gonna I don't think it's gonna hurt the game tremendously. It's not like the game is like this woke disaster, like what was it, Concord, stuff like that. But it definitely put a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, and it's unfortunate.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't even know like where to like where I'm going even going to go with this, because like on one hand, like the gameplay is going to speak for itself, right? There are going to be people who play this game and they're going to rave about this game because it does look a lot of fun, right? It looks like like the guns handle well. It looks like the movement is very um like crisp, all right? And the portal system is something that like when Portal first came out, like people were probably already came up with ideas of like this type of game, right? So it's gonna have legs to stand on. But are people going to associate this in like this dev who wore this hat, who folded like a lawn chair? Are people going to associate him with this game and choose not to play it? Or are people just going to look past that and look at the fact that this game is actually well built and it's got a lot of room to grow? Are people going to what are you expecting people to do?
I expect that this game is going to do decent. I don't think it's going to fail because it's a fun game. But I kind of just lost respect for the guy. If he just said, it's not politics, it's a statement on the current state of gaming, and that's it. Or if he just said no comment and just went on his merry way, the gender confused weirdos would just screech and scream into the ether and no one would hear them and the game would be doing fine. And it's still going to do fine, but there's still a large group of people who kind of just lost respect from it. And I know it ain't saying much. The internet isn't real, kind of thing. Like people online aren't necessarily truthful, but a lot of people say they kind of lost respect and they're probably not gonna play the game now because he kind of just pussyfooted it. But like I said, I don't think this game's gonna fail. I think it's far from failing. I think that it's gonna be a good, strong player base. They're gonna be happy with that. But unfortunately, like a lot of people are gonna be looking down on them now, just for the way that they did that. They apologize for basically nothing. It's a nothing burger.
Yeah, I feel like the outrage was not exactly about the what he said. It's just like the way he said it type thing. Like I feel like a lot of people agree with the fact that that the FPS genre is dying. It's on its last breath. Or like it needs some sort of revitalization, right? It's just like he could have said it in a non-political way. People associate the make blah 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 great again with, like I said earlier, like people associate that with a very political individual that a lot of people tend to disagree with.
I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
But I think that once this all blows over and people will forget about it in the next couple weeks, if the game's not dead, then it's doing fine.
No, absolutely. Like I said, I think the games will be doing fine, but we need people to just stop apologizing and just let everything roll over. But whatever. Uh, I think I'll do fine. Everybody's gonna move on. Just so we all know, the guy definitely sits to pee and make gaming great again.
goddamn right.
Hey y'all, made it to the end. If you enjoyed, hit the like and subscribe button. Comment down below. We want to hear your thoughts, and we'll catch you on the next one.